Welcome back to Paneer and Pancakes. I'm Vaaruni Joshi, and grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive right in. In today's world of notifications and alerts, I think we're turning a bit into slaves to our phones, which is why today I kind of want to talk about disconnecting and just putting your phone on Do Not Disturb sometimes, which is really funny and ironic because I'm one of the worst people to talk about this because I have my phone with me always, even if I'm not using it or I have no intention of using it. It's just always in my pocket or in my hand, and sometimes I feel like I need to be not so available to the rest of the world. Like, our generation is literally so funny because we're always on our phones, all the time, and we're desperate to act like we're not. Like, I know so many people who literally just ignore texts so that they seem they're not on their phone all the time, which is really funny to me because, like, you are on your phone, so why not just answer the text? So, yeah, I think we have a lot of pressure to be, like, available, but also you should, like, never seem like you're on your phone. And so that's why sometimes I think, like, muting group chats and, like, notifications is not a bad thing, you know? I have so many muted group chats. Like, sometimes I'm, like, people are like, oh, like, did you see that? I was like, no, I didn't. They're like, oh, you didn't get the notification. I'm like, no, I didn't. Guess something's wrong. And I think, like, responding to your friend's text right away is not a bad thing either. So I think it kind of goes both ways, you know? Sometimes I think, like, not sometimes, always, I think, like, protecting your peace and being able to focus on things that are not on your phone should be, like, way more important than somebody's new meme or joke or I don't even know, like, whatever. Which is funny to say because I know that screen time limits are so hard to implement in your daily life because sometimes it feels like we are surrounded by screens all the time. So I think that it can be, like, really hard to just be like, oh, I'm not going to go on my phone from this time to this time every single day. Because you might do it, like, one day and then you'll forget or you'll, like, intentionally forget about it. So, yeah, I think that if you're filling your phone time, like, your usual time that you're on your phone with something else that makes you forget about your phone, that can be a lot easier to just kind of, like, stop using your phone so much, you know? Instead of, like saying, like, oh, I'm not going to go on my phone from this time to this time, like, oh, I'm going to do something else from this time to this time. So that way you're not on your phone and you're doing something else and you're not thinking about being on your phone too. Like, personally, I feel like if you're busy worrying about yourself and your close friends and your family, rather than, like, the other, like, 70 contacts on your phone, you'll feel a lot more balanced in your life. And that's just, like, what I think, because I think that as a generation, I can't say, like, I can't just say, like, oh, like, phones are terrible, because, like, or just, like, technology in general is so bad, because I'm, like, on it too. So it would be incredibly hypocritical for me to say that, but I think I can say that limiting your time, and less than limiting, is just, like, replacing your time might be better. Like, limiting sometimes is just, like, a harsh word, but if you're, instead of, like picking up a hobby that you don't have time to do in your daily life, like, you know how, like, everyone's like, oh, I wish I could do this, but I don't have time during the school year. Like, instead of being on your phone once you get home, maybe you could do something else, you know? That's, like, all I'm saying, really, because I think that if we're spending all of our time being on our phones but pretending we're not on our phones, eventually it's gonna get in your head and you're gonna have to kind of unpack a lot of different issues you get from that. So, yeah, honestly, I haven't even gotten to how important, like, putting your phone on Do Not Disturb is for, like, school. So, yeah, but I guess, like, guys, just put your phone down for, like, an hour and finish your assignment. Like, you can get straight back on it, I promise. But I think that, like, in general, like, Do Not Disturb is, like, kind of, like, a godsend. Like, are you serious? Like, a way to not get any notifications, have your phone close to you, and also not be, like, super tempted because your phone isn't, like, dinging every 5 seconds, or in my case, buzzing, because my phone's always on silent. So, yeah. I think, like, muting certain apps so you only get, like, the most important notifications, I do that a lot. I have only certain people allowed for, like, certain times of day. Like, for school, I have, like, a whole, like, schedule, so it turns on when the first bell rings and it turns off when the last bell rings. And I only have, like, certain people and, like, certain apps, like, my grades, although sometimes I wish I could mute those too, and, like, whatever, like, Canvas assignments, or, like, just, like, random things that are, like, actually important, versus, like, having every single notification go off And also when you're studying, like I think I have less things available for studying than I do for school, which might have to change this year because of our stupid new phone policy, but whatever. I actually think like, yeah, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I have like 2 people for like studying at home or like somewhere else, but like for school I have like maybe like 10 or 15. So yeah. I think like also what I do a lot, if Do Not Disturb is not working some days, which is a lot of days, I like turn on like a study with me like video like on YouTube, so I can't pick up my phone without turning off the video. And if I turn off the video, it like kind of guilts me because I'm like, oh my god, like how could I do this, you know? That doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. So yeah, I think like put your phone on Do Not Disturb more. Like be surprised when you have notifications to come back to, and don't just have them sitting as unread messages for like 45 minutes so it seems like you were doing something. Just actually do something. Like, don't pretend they're not there, you know? Do more things that make you forget your phone even exists. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Do Not Disturb, and actually just, like, in general, like, different, like, focuses. Like, if you have an iPhone, like, you know, like, I love those things. Like, I have one for everything. And, yeah, hopefully now you are, too. So, I just, like, moral of the story, guys. Come on. Get off your phone for a little bit. And, like I said, again, I'm, like, not, like, 100% like off my phone or anything. Like, please, I'm like on my phone quite a bit actually. So like for me to say like I like think like getting off and like disconnecting for like just a little bit a day is kind of a big deal. So yeah, thanks for listening to today's episode of Paneer and Pancakes. Don't forget to subscribe and review us on Spotify and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram for updates and more content. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.